Hi everyone and welcome back to another video with me Shruti Vashisht. We're watching Living Our Ascension. So in this video I want to give to you the best spiritual tools that I know to protect yourself. So the best spiritual protection. And there's various different kinds of tools that you can use, both light tools as well as physical tools, and I'll be giving you some ideas, the best ideas that I have regarding this and what has worked for me, what has worked for other people that I've observed. And so if you would like to hear all about that, then keep watching this video and subscribe to this channel if you're new here. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this subject. That's how I get to know what kind of videos you'd like to watch in the future. And finally, I want to say that below this video in the description you can find links to work with me at a personal level to accelerate your ascension. There's also courses that I have. You can study yourself at home, so check out those courses as well. This video is part of a series. I have a playlist on YouTube that you can check out. It's called Moving into the Fifth Dimensional Vibration. So you can check it out here. If you like this video, you might enjoy some of the videos in that playlist. So basically, the best spiritual tools, what are they? So there's quite a few that I want to speak about today, so I'm going to be mentioning them briefly. And what I want you to do is just feel into, because in one video I can't explain to you how to use each and every tool in a more lengthy manner, but you will know, because especially the light tools that I'll be mentioning today, how to work with the light in order to protect yourself, especially when it comes to the more subtle realms, the psychic realms. So the first one that I want to mention is the blue ray. The blue ray, you can think of Archangel Michael if you want. So if you want some psychic protection, like you're feeling like there's negative energies around you, like in my life, this used to happen when I first began my ascension process, and my third eye was opening up and I was beginning to feel the psychic, the intuitive realms, basically the fourth dimensional realms, especially the lower fourth dimension is where there is a lot of density still, because it's not yet the fifth dimensional purity levels. So in order for you to detach yourself, like if you're feeling like there's some negative energy that you're feeling, if this resonates with you, it feels right, you can call on Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the blue colored angel from the blue ray, and this energy, this consciousness can be used. The symbol is a sword, so you can use a sword. You can imagine like there's a sword, like Archangel Michael comes with a sword of blue light or even white light and chops away that energy, that connection that you have to that energy, or just whatever lower energy there is. And it doesn't mean that you're harming anything else, because again, anything that you do with the light never harms anybody. So it's a sword of truth. It's just cutting away anything else that is anything but truth. So whatever is actually truth will always be safe, so you don't have to worry. For this and for each and every tool that I will mention today, it's the same. When you're using a light tool, it basically cuts away what is not like that ray. So what is, for the blue ray, what is not of truth, it will cut that away. So you can feel that, when you're in that lower state and you're feeling like you're unsafe somehow, or you just want to sort of change the energy around, you're feeling like there's some negative energy and you feel like there's a need to cut it away somehow. This can also be used for relationships as well, like you're feeling that lower connection with someone and there's this almost like a cord that you're feeling through your heart feeling that you have with them. Again, use that light, the sword, to cut it away. You can call on Archangel Michael. You'll feel like it's stronger within you, this energy. So I'm going to be mentioning a few of the rays that you can use, the colors, and how you can work with light. But at the end of this, I'll also be giving you some physical tools, so stay tuned for that too. So the next ray that is useful when it comes to psychic protection and any kind of protection, actually, not even just psychic, even physical protection, you can use the violet ray. And the violet ray is used to basically transform something. It's like the next step. It's not simply just cutting away something that is not of the truth. It's transforming it into the light. So you can say it's the next level up. And with the violet ray, it's related to Saint Germain. So you can call on Saint Germain anytime that you're feeling. This violet ray can be used within yourself as alchemy to transmute the old, any lower feelings that you're feeling, where you feel stuck, where you feel unworthy, where you feel like you're stuck in old karma. So call on the violet ray, feel it like a violet flame burning every cell in your body, burning that area in your body that feels kind of that stuckness. And you can use it in the energy around you as well, to transmute and transform what is of the old, what is a more negative energy, into something higher. So just again, you close your eyes and you simply feel it in your heart space. You can do it for a few minutes, you can do it for 5 minutes, you can continue to do it for 15 minutes if you're comfortable with that. But what this does is, the more that the flame, you feel it burning and you feel it burning and you feel it becoming even larger, like a flame gathers mass, not mass, but it becomes bigger, the more that it consumes. So feel it consuming more and more and more, and then you can do it for the whole area where you live. You can do it for the planet, whatever it is that you resonate with, or you can even do it for your own body. Again, remember, it's not like setting fire on yourself or your neighborhood. It's a spiritual fire, so it's a light based thing. It's simply transmuting, like it's spiritual fire which transmutes the old into the new. And after you do this, you can call on the white light as well, which is again the next tool that I want to speak about. So the white light can be called on after the violet ray, after you have done the cleansing, the transmutation with the violet ray. Then the white light comes in to anchor the new. It basically, whatever the white light touches, it aligns it with integration, it aligns it with the higher self reality, it aligns it with spirit basically. So anything that is within it has to be something that is of the light. That is why it's the white light. It contains all colors within it. So it's the integrated light. So you can call on the white light just on its own. Let's say someday you're feeling low or you're in a mall. So this is another type of protection. Like, one is psychic protection. And the other type, you might feel like, let's say you're opening up, you're becoming more and more sensitive along the process of ascension. And you feel overwhelmed when you go to like a shopping mall, when you're picking up clothes and they have this older energy, or people with their very materialistic energy have been engaging in it, and you're putting it on yourself, or even just walking around amidst that. This is often when I used to feel it, even now I feel it. But there's because I have anchored my higher self, my I am presence, I very quickly if I ever feel a bit of disorientation, I can very quickly center myself and get back in that state of wholeness, through which it creates then this protective energy around you, this bubble, you can say, of a higher vibration that always keeps you in that state. You're always moving within that bubble, you can say, and so no matter where you are, you're not affected at that level, even if at first you're thrown off, because you're feeling all the energy that is around. But you don't take it as your energy, you don't take it as this can deplete me, you see. So you know that you are separate, you are one with everything, but at the same time you get to create your own reality, and you get to be to function within spirit, to function within purity. So you can call on the white light. The white light is used as a that's a bee. So a white light is used as a column. So you imagine like a pillar or a column coming down upon you, descending from the top of your head into your feet, all the way down to your feet. So you see the white light purifying you. You feel it integrating and bringing in new information. So the violet ray was about getting rid of stuff, transmuting the old, and then it converts it into something that is more light based. But it's created this empty space as well, a lot of empty space. So you call upon the white light to bring in only purity, to bring in the highest reality. When something has been cleared, you immediately bring in the white light, and then that is a 2-step process that really works and is quite powerful. So use that as well. Again, you just close your eyes, you tap into it. You can do it for the environment around you if you feel that the energies around you are dense. It'll also energize you when you call on the white light, because it's new light coming in. So it's light has a higher vibration, so you might feel that as well. In the beginning, do all of these things for about 2 minutes. It's about quality more than quantity. if you can hold the quality for longer, then you can do it for longer. But the most important thing I would say is quality, is that you're really feeling it actually penetrating you, this actually happening. So the feeling is most important. It's not just because you're seeing something in your third eye. That is not the most important factor. That of course can help you to feel it deeper if you are your third eye is open. But the most important thing is to feel it, to feel that happening. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is grounding. So grounding is really useful as well. And if you want to use some spiritual tools, you can buy crystals like black tourmaline, any other black crystal as well, black obsidian. I'm sure there's other black crystals, but any sort of grounding crystal, even red ones, can help you to feel more grounded. So when you hold them, I find even with rocks, like rocks, pure rocks that I pick up when I go to the mountains, they're just ordinary rocks, or they have slight like a crystalline quality to them. They've started becoming crystallized, you see, but they're not like a full proper crystal, but they're these raw like quartz type of stones. If you ever find them, you can, even because that again has a very earthy energy, it'll make you feel grounded. So you can hold them for a while and just feel their energy from your heart. You feel into what their energy is like. You align yourself with this purity, with the grounded essence that these beings hold as well. That can help you. And then again, being in nature is like the number one thing. Anything that I'm telling you, this basically is perhaps one of the most important things that you can do, is spend a lot of time in nature and feel yourself grounding in nature as well. Spend time around trees, spend time walking barefoot on the grass. These are things we all know, like it floats around in the spiritual community, but they're really true, because it's a sense of being grounded. The main problem with humanity, the reason that we haven't moved, most humans have not moved into the fifth dimensional vibration, is because they are not grounded. Like it's almost like they're floating, their consciousness is floating slightly off the ground, like their feet are not firmly planted. So, and that's because they hold some fears at the bottom, they don't want to penetrate those layers. But the second that we allow ourselves to penetrate that, we see that fear is just there's nothing really to be scared of. It's just something that is unseen. At that point, our consciousness starts landing. The higher self, the I am presence, starts to land, and then we start actually become grounded, where our feet are actually touching the ground. Our energetic feet, they're touching the ground. We're actually properly grounded. So start developing that connection with Mother Earth. This is one of the biggest things that you can do, because it's very physical. At the same time, it feels very pure. Because some people have a problem calling on the light and stuff, it's too abstract for them. So nature is really one of the best things that you can do. It makes us feel so sensual and grounded. The white light is again very important. And the last tool that I will give you today is also super important, and can really, if you use it well, it can really accelerate your ascension, accelerate your embodiment. And that is working with love. So even more than all of these spiritual tools, a higher tool is simply just knowing that whatever is in front of you, whatever you're experiencing, whether they're negative energies in the astral realms, you're feeling it, like what is this ickiness around me? You're feeling it at your workplace with negative people there, or in the relationships that you have. You simply see it as love. You see the love playing out behind that thing. Everything that exists in creation is love. It is made of love. That is the very core truth of it. It is love. So when you start seeing the core truth behind the surface things that are playing out, you start interacting with life only within the vibration of love. So start practicing this. We all do it in a unique way. In my course, I have all kinds of practices to do all of these things, and especially this love vibration, because the course is about anchoring the fifth dimensional vibration in the body. But whatever it is, you're still establishing your own connection with love and with life. So feel into how you want to do that. It can be unique for every person. Whatever is in front of you right in this moment, however it's expressing itself, whether it's annoying you, it's bringing you some sort of discomfort, it is still love. So feel the love in that. How is this moment perfect anyway? that there is perfection behind everything. And when you actually land in that, you will see that things actually change as well. When we stay in that place, put in that space for a while, things around us have a way of shifting and turning our reality, because we start experiencing the fifth dimensional reality. And we get to experience almost like the best of everything in life. When we are attuned to that, when we have claimed that yes, I want to interact with love, I see everything as love, what you will experience is love. And love is basically harmony. It's like harmonious flow. This applies to your relationships. This applies to if you're in a mall and you're feeling overwhelmed, or any place. This applies to what's happening in the astral realms. If in that moment you can bring yourself into your heart space, deep into the heart chakra, and into a space of love, it transforms a lot. It'll transform your reality. Okay, so these are some of the tools that I wanted to share with you. Nature being again also important. Another physical tool is gemstones. So you can use gemstones for of any color, whatever. I don't know why the bees are so attracted to me today. But any color crystals do help, because they bring in different vibrations. For example, blue again is protection, is truth. Violet is transmutation. So amethyst. For dark blue, it's sodalite. And for the more expression based blue, like when you want to be creative, you can use things like aquamarine, you can use turquoise. So these gemstones do help. Just remember that gemstones are not everything. They are a tool that is serving you. They simply, because they hold a certain vibration. It's like when you have a friend, you are scared or you're worried about something, and then you meet your friend and they are in a good space. So they are vibrating that. So it's not as if your friend can save you, but at the same time, when you're in their presence, it helps you more easily align with that perspective. And then you can change your vibration from there. So that is how it helps. Don't use crystals like like your savior or something. Nothing else is. Only you. You are your own higher self. So the last type of protection I will mention is protection in relationships. I made several videos about this, so I won't go into details, but you can cut cords if you're feeling those lower energetics. Boundaries are very important. It's important to have a balance of unconditional love for the other person, seeing the love that is playing out behind everything in the moment, seeing the inner child play out in other people, that it's just their inner child, those repressed parts of themselves expressing. And so you don't hold them in a space of judgment. So then this allows love to flow through your own body first. Before you even give it to them, it's flowing in your body. You're blessing yourself with it. But at the same time, you have limited energy in the sense of, it's not to be given to everyone at every time, no matter what they are choosing. So discernment comes in, where you hold everybody in a state of love, but you choose when and where to show up. It needs to be equal give and take, equal balance. You might be very generous with your light, then they also need to give you something. So it's not about being a victim or a savior. I've made lots of other videos. Check out my playlist on divine relationships, or if I find a video, I'll link it up here, so then you can learn more about that. If you haven't watched any of my videos, what are they doing? They're all heading straight for my face, all the bees today. Okay. So that's it. Those are my top tools for you, my best tools that I can recommend for you if you are looking to protect yourself. If you have any specific questions, leave them below this video. You're scared about something or anxious and you need some help. If I have any tips, I will give them to you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Check out my course as well, which goes so much more in depth, gives you grounding exercises, guided meditations, explains all of these things. Basically equips you with everything you need to embody the fifth dimensional vibration. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you in my next video.